Rightio, my mic is on. And I'll put my cans on. That might help. Now you just let me know if you need it up or down or whatever. You want a bit more? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Don't need it down or anything? Cool. Awesome. What is a very difficult evening. Prospect United take on the Macarthur Rams. The news yesterday, Prospect United posted in regards to the passing of the lovely Hayley Villa, daughter of Brian Villa, who was a former president of the club, who lost her battle with leukemia recently. And a sad loss, and we know that Prospect will be dedicating this game to her and the family. It's a very sad day for them. They're on the field as we speak. The Macarthur Rams will follow suit. Prospect in 15th place heading into this game. Their lineup, the goalkeeper will be in number 16, Stefan Giglio. Jacob McAuliffe 2, Samuel Graham 4, Rio Rose in 8, William Di Martino 14, Dim Vlachos in 15, Gabriel Vucek in 19, Ethan Oldsham in 23, Antonio Orlando is in 24, Liam Bajada is in 30, and Takayuki Kayano in 54. So that's the Prospect lineup. Last week, not the performance they were looking for. They did have that loss against Canterbury Bankstown 2-1. Hasn't been a great season for Prospect. Their first year in the top league. They're in 15th at the moment in that promotion relegation game against the team who finishes second in League 2. So they have to do some work today. On 18 points, Dully is on 23, Dulwich Hill. They only have the 2 wins this season, Prospect, for 12 draws. Yes, 12 draws and 9 losses to their name. We are awaiting the Macarthur Rams to make their way onto the field. Macarthur Rams will be making their way shortly, we hope anyway. Now seeing the captain and his players making their way. Scotland leads them out, their lineup. Number 16 is Griffin Barry, the keeper. Michael Martin in 2, Aaron Green 3, Alex Scotland 4, Stefano Di Marino in 6, Christian Torelli 7, Takumi Kayutoku in 8, Thomas Lopez 9, Oliver Beltram Woodward in 21, Andrea Agamennonos in 23, Jacob Esposito in 30, starting 11 for the Rams. There will be a moment's silence for Haley. Well done from both sides, and the fans as well at Blacktown Football Park. So Macarthur Rams heading into this game. It's been a good season. I had that draw last week against Bankstown. Big result that was in a lot of regards. They're in 5th place on 39 points, and you know they're still in the hunt for the battle for second spot because Northern Tigers on 43. Canterbury Bankstown 41 and Bankstown in 40 points in 4th. So it's a tight congestion. They've had 11 wins this season, 6 draws and 6 losses. They need a win today if they want to keep with the Northern Tigers, Canterbury Bankstown FC and Bankstown City. So looking forward to this one. Going to be an absolute cracker. Friday night League One action. Nicholas Kutniak with you. Our referee in charge, Ayad Naji. And our assistants, Sean Lacey and Brendan O'Shea. So the last time these two sides met was back in round 10. On that occasion, Macarther was too good for Prospect, 3-0. Round 9 it was, in fact. Round 9 they met. So just about right for kick-off. Prospect in their traditional red and blue. White today of Macarther. So kick-off about to get us underway. For the Prospect United, I think we're waiting on a football. So we're waiting on a football. Isn't that always the laugh at it all? One thing we need, we're waiting for. Actually, the referee has got the ball in his hand, so the linesman on the grandstand side just having a chat to the coach, and now we're okay. So now we've got the ball. Go to halfway. Prospect and Macarther, match of the round in League One, round 24. Both sides need a win for different reasons. Underway. Ball booted forward. But it's going to be a big impact today for Prospect. 21 games this season. Been able to find the back of the net on 2 occasions. Macarther will have the throw on the grandstand side. Like armbands for both sides today, which is great respect. As Golan works it forward. Such a key player for this Macarther side, Golan. 17 games as a start of this season. It's Barry. He got the nod today ahead of Narayan. He's only had the one start prior to tonight. From Barry, who has been looking to find his feet in senior competition over the last couple of years. Building. Talking about building, Macarther on the attack. Looking for something to tee up here. He's stifled by McAuliffe. Works it out. Oliver Beltram Woodward, who scored against Western City. Matched rounds earlier this year. It's going to be a key target, you'd imagine, for the Macarther Rams. Controlled by Green. Ball knocked back and the shot goes over the top by Di Marino. It will be a goal kick for Prospect. Giglio keeping the Prospect United tonight. The pink jersey. Prospect defending the Olympic side of the grounds. The ball was worked up to halfway. Good work. Richard Woodward has got possession. Touchback from Esposito. Now Green. Reverberates it to Barry. Now Golan's got position. He goes back to Barry. Golan again. Toku, Golan combining now. Barry. Ball played back from Di Marino. Gone again. Surveying his options. Decides to go to his right to Kayutoku. He's got possession again. Now Golan decides to go to Barry again, who's playing forward, probably far forward for a keeper in my eyes. He saw the pressure before by Orlando. Because now Esposito worked it up. Push from Woodward. A touch by Prospect, no. Linesman says, last touch, Macarther. That is the call. Throw-in taken quickly by McAuliffe. Puncher by Harose. Esposito. Now controlled by Agamenonos. Agamenonos, former Sydney United player. Put down by Cayano from Prospect. Last touch will be Macarther, so it'll be a throw. Cayano will be watching a bit of him today. Fourth game for Prospect this season in the League One men's. Prospects trying to set up. Golan was able to shut it down. Agamenonos, touch back by Toku, and eventually it's been played off Prospect. No, saying that last touch Macarther. Bajada was there pressuring. Worked by Liam in that situation. Just his third game in League One for Prospects. So Prospect United looking to build their chance. As I said, how important the goal would be in the early stages of this game. Ball was played away by Michael Martin. Now Prospect back from halfway. Riano goes to Graham. Riano is there again. Works it to his left. Ball downfield by Vucek. Macarthur will have possession now with that foul called. Now Barry. Now this is a chance for Macarthur to really build. Ball bounces down McAuliffe, trying to work it forward. Touch back by Farchos. Second touch and eventually was punched forward by McAuliffe. Goes back to keeper Barry. Golan. Combining with Di Marino, goes back to Golan. Now Golan will be looking to work this forward. Decides to go to his left where Green is. Green once more. Tries to work it back to Agamenonos, but he loses possession. Hiddles worked it forward. It's been won by Golan. Again, Golan worked it forward. Protruded off Prospect and then just punctured by Esposito, but did nothing really. Giglio at the back takes it. Now Prospect. Inside of halfway. Cayano goes to his right to Graham. Daniel Graham works it back to Cayano. And again, they look to build here. Prospect, deep ball by Vucek. Trying to find the target in Bajada. Golan was able to lob it. Farchos got a touch initially. Now spinning around is Ochan. Ochan, very important player for Prospect as well. Just his fourth game, looking to build for the Western Sydney side. There's Farchos on the right side, trying to cross in. Doesn't touch off the Rams. It will be a goal kick. Challenge sees Farchos on the ground. Got back up, no drama. Green, Aaron Green. His 23rd game for the season. Farchos is back up. And now Golan will have possession from Griffin Barry. Ball's played back. Koyutoku is on that right side. As Di Marino back to Golan. Agamenonos. Now it's Koyutoku. Agamenonos. Touched off Prospect, but still it's a chance. Veteran Woodward Got possession once again, lobs it up. For Esposito, who lobs the ball too, but the flag was up for offside. So the offside flag was up straight away. So early stages of this game, both sides are creating chances. That's what you want to see. As Giglio for Prospect is about to send this one forward. So 9 minutes gone. Fascinating how this game is building. Kotoku. Now that ball on was nice by Torelli. Tries to get onto the end of it. But couldn't Martin. Martin, who's playing on the right side. Green on the left. It did touch off Prospect. So it will be a throw for the Rams. It will be Michael Martin to take this one. So what's the setup in place here? There's Golan. He's having a bit of a chat. Referee is trying to settle things down. Oh, the fun of it all. Martin about to take the throw. And Martin does so. Head of the way quite nicely by Orlando. But that shot saved quite comfortably by Giglio. But Macarther really building pressure for Prospect on the counter. Can't do much. The challenge by Esposito was able to stifle the run of Vajada. The ball now comes back to the right to Graham. He finds Kayano. And he decides to go back to Graham. Graham sends it over halfway. He was on a lead at McAuliffe, but the ball drops back. And keeper Barry is on the spot. It goes back to Golan. Golan goes to his right to Kyotoku. Back to Golan. So Barry again settles himself. Golan. Touched by Torelli. It goes out for a throw on the grandstand side of Blacktown Football Park. Prospect playing some of their games here this year. They've been playing at the athletic track next door to our left. Officially called the Blacktown Technology and Sports Hub. As we used to call it as kids, it's the Tartan track. As Macarther come back to Golan, who works it forward. Prospect header out. Does now see Macarther look to build their pressure. Torelli can't get to it. Set up nicely for Kayano to head it out. Martin takes the long throw. Keano again gets the left boot. It's headed down nicely. Vajada getting himself involved again. The ball quickly creeps back to Barry, and Barry for Macarther works it to the right. Now it's worked downfield by Martin. Macarther looking to build pressure, but it's won by Prospect. Golan stops it. It's taken down the challenge, Esposito, but the foul's going to go the way of Prospect, and quickly it's McAuliffe on the right, who's enabled. Now he works it up. Set it down by Green. Now it's Macarther in the attack. Ball by Torelli doesn't quite work. Beltram Woodward was the target. Prospect now through McAuliffe. Agamenon gets to it for Macarther. Now Di Marino. Esposito back. Green. Now it's Gollin. A long ball to Haitoku. Really, you can see himself getting involved. Haitoku worked it back to Gollin. Now it's Barry. Green has got possession. Goes back to Gollin on centre field. Haitoku. Touch on by Torelli. Martin can't control. So working the 15th minute of the first half as again it's Belcham who loses possession, but still it's alive on the left side for Prospect. Ball set up for Orlando to run on to it, but he won't get to it cleanly. So Toku well and truly involved defensively. Very good play from what I've seen in the early stages. Now it's worked forward by Macarther. Touch on by Vlachos to Macarther. Again, spinning was Elcham. The control wasn't quite there for Di Martino. Touched off Macarther, so it will be a throw to be taken by Di Martino. Agamenos was trying to get to it. Now Martin jockeying, but the ball was eventually played away by Torelli. The take two throw. Was driving himself forward, Di Martino, who's got one goal this season. Martino throw. Gollin headed it up. Another header by Macarther. And the ball drops back. A tame shot from Graham. Has to run back to position. Ball goes over halfway over the top of Belgium Woodward. Now it's played by Cayano. Giglio to halfway. Headed down by Green. Vlachos got a touch initially, but now it's Green once again. Sets up a run. Veteran Woodward couldn't get to it. Now it's McAuliffe. McAuliffe back. Graham's ball over halfway, and now it's a shot that is going to go over the top of the bar. Not to be, but Elcham really tried to beat the keeper, but probably put a little bit too much on it. It's one of my favourites. Movies would say, just a bit outside, even though it was over the top. But you know what I'm trying to say. As Barry works it back to Gollin. Gollin's got possession. Toku to Gollin. Barry. Now it's Green. Green goes back to Barry. Gollin once more. And now it's Green again. This is good control by Esposito. Goes back to Green. Utilises Barry. Gollin once more. Gollin straightening up here. Stops, surveys, goes low. Nice little effort. Now it's all about control, which on that occasion Agamenos couldn't because of Grain coming across. Gollin once again utilises Green. Green now has got Agamenos and goes back to Green. Green now, he's got Agamenos, and Agamenos now will look to go forward. Veteran Woodward's got possession, trying to tap it back to Agamenos. Vlachos from behind. Yes, it will be a foul, and the right call made. Vlachos with the tackle. And there was no other option except giving the foul. Referee in position to call it straight away. Agamennonos is still on the ground, though, in pain after that challenge. This will be taken by Di Marino. Di Marino works it. There was a touch initially by Green, who tries to get it back inside. Pushed away by Prospect. Now it's Di Marino. And again, the ball dropped. Scotland was trying to run for it. Prospect still trying to clear it. Goes back. A shot by Green deflects. It will be a corner. Now this Prospect player on the ground in pain. This will be in Graham, who's on the deck. So the 20th minute marker. Be enjoying all the action on Friday night League One men's. Always great to be at the Blacktown Football Park. We won't call it Spartan Park because it is a Prospect game, so we'll call it by the official title name. But I still think with what the Tartan track next door, I'd still be calling it the Tartan track. I know it's called Blacktown Technology Sports Hub, but still, as I said before, give me a spell. It's the Tartan track. Which, for those who don't know, that's what an athletics track is, Tartan. Learn something new, the more you know. There is about to be a corner, by the way. Macarther about to take it. Goes in, headed away by Prospect. Now, what's the plan? Well, Torelli tried to lob it up to the sky, but didn't do much with it. Now, he tried to get back for it, but couldn't. Di Marino, and just touches it out, in fact, so will be a throw-in for Prospect. As, I think that's Agamennonos who's on the ground again, right of screen. Plenty of action in the League One men's throughout the weekend, which you can sink your teeth in by going to the venues. As usual, we do a match of the round, but all the other games, go and support your local team. It's always great. League One, it's a great competition. As I said, we're waiting for a great back end in League One. Plenty of chances to get second place, and I think we know who's going to be taking the top prize, though. The way things are going, Spartans, who are 7 points clear, look to be the better of the two. Northern Tigers will be in the hunt. Agamennonos is still on the ground. Tonight, Hurstville Zagreb are playing Dulwich Hill at Penshurst Park. If we can get a result of that League One game, we will bring that to you. The other matches this weekend, Canterbury Bankstown and Blacktown Spartans at Jensen. That's at 5 p.m. Also at 5 p.m, Inter Lions in Rydalmere, the Battle of the Lions. Hills and Harkeller, 5 p.m. at Valentine. It's a Saturday game as well. And Western City Rangers in Newcastle at 6 p.m. at Popondetta. And the Bulls Academy play Bankstown, 7 p.m. at Sydney United Sports Centre. Sunday's game at Plume Park. Mariners and Northern Tigers. The games coming up in the League One New South Wales competition. Fantastic what we've seen thus far in this comp. As I said, Spartans looking likely to make their way back into the top flight, which would be amazing to see. It's been a long time between drinks. a game in League 2, by the way. The P and nil, Fraser Park 2. Keep me posted on that game because that's vital as well in the League 1. Agamemnonos is still on the ground here after the initial incident, and he's come back on the ground. He might be off the field, Agamemnonos. He's not looking great. Substitution, I reckon, is about to be made from Macarther very early. Agamemnonos is coming off the field. And yep, they're going to go to their bench here. Macarther, we're not even 25 minutes old in this game. They're making a substitute, but I suppose you can't keep on having a player dropping to the ground. That brings in Connor Whittup. The throw was taken by Martin. Punched away by Giglio, comes back. Now, Green's trying to get to it. Prospect lobbed it up. Now it's in control for Ilcham. The ball goes out for a throw on the far side. As I mentioned, Whittup is on the field. Cooper, who's had 21 starts this season. This is his second on the bench. And I'll make sure Gavin will slap me in the head if I do call him Gareth at some stage. Rugby league player Gareth Whittup, which I do remember him in the very early days of the Melbourne Storm in New South Wales Cup. Scotland's got possession. Now again, this is in Di Marino, goes back to Golan. And Golan's got Green on his left. Green working it forward. And now spinning around the game is Lopez. Seeing the ball now, Lopez. There's no control by Torelli. Prospect getting the foul. I suppose he stopped for it. He was saying, hey. That's got to be mine. Eventually it was called. Di Marino, Di Martino should say, was making sure it was being called his way. Di Martino, as I mentioned before, 16 games this season for Prospect starting. Had 7 off the bench. Now Prospect are trying to go forward, but again, we're sort of balked here. Bajada, the ball was booted to the shipping container side of the ground as it's taken by Micallef. Graham's now got possession. The ball was worked back by Orlando. So now Micallef. Orlando tries to come for it. Green played it back, and now this is Esposito. Esposito finds here Lopez on a run, but the foul will be called against Lopez. It will be a Prospect ball. It has been a wettish day around the west of Sydney. And the rain will probably be eking in at some stage tonight. I know they were saying it's going to be a dry evening. I wouldn't be shocked if we do get some precipitation. Ball is worked towards halfway. He's not going to get to it. Bertram Woodward. It's good work too by Keano. As I said, he's been impressive for Prospect at the back. Ball is worked forward by Graham. Lets it sit here, Green. Comes back to Barry. League One match of the rounds. I hope you're enjoying this one. It is building up. Both sides need to win for various reasons. For Prospect, it's a win just to try to get away from that promotion relegation zone. You don't want to be in that situation, while for Prospect, it's, well, while for Macarther, I should say, for them a win to stay in touch with this second place. It's always fascinating how it all plays out this time of the year. geez, I tell you what, every year, League One men's and the NPL are starting to be better and better every single year, to the point where you just go, can it get any better? And every year it does, because we're just developing so much talent. Now, Majada was on a run, it was cut away. Good defence by Widdop, who was in position. Bias being a New South Welshman, but I think we've got the best leagues in the country. There's Vlachos. Lets it sit back. Di Martino was trying to say there was a touch by Macarther, but the flag was up. This will be a Rams ball. So the Rams now with Barry going to Gollin. Gollin will work it to his right. As I mentioned, Agamenonos is off the field and Widdop is on. Playing more to that right now, will be keeping a big interest on how he fares. Does mean we'll probably see now more in the middle of the pitch in Kuritoku. Now it's Green. Goes back to Gollin. Gollin has got support, and again he utilises Widdop. Pressure on Martin and Prospect. Nearly one out. Gollin was able to boot it. And now Bertram Woodward's got it on the right side. Bertram Woodward will have to cross on an angle. Is able to play it past his defender. And then Prospect clear it for a throw. As there is a prospector on the ground. You'll find that is Di Martino there. The fast food side of the ground. So it will be Prospect who will have to defend this throw. It'll be Michael Martin, double M. Headed by Prospect. Widdop works it to Martin, who lobbed it up. Comes down Vlachos. Try Leclerc, touched off Martin, will be a goal kick. Hope you're enjoying all the action. League One match of the round. Every game of NPL men's is on YouTube every week, same as the women's competition. The League One women's match of the round as well. So got it all covered for you in Football New South Wales and YouTube. Best place to watch all the action. Replays, highlights, live matches and the like as well. Jump on the New South Wales League One's Instagram and Facebook during the course of the week as well. As Gollin will let that ball bounce back to Barry. Barry will do his best impersonation of Cracker Jack. Work at the green. Now Esposito. Work it back to the right. Gollin finds here Widdop. Widdop comes back to Gollin. Oh boy, Barry's doing something that really scares me. Watching keepers go far forward. Prospect not pressing, and that's something they have to do here because this is the second time Barry has come out. Prospect should be all over him like a cheap suit. Like, seriously. You've got to put pressure on keepers if they want to go out of their box and they want to loiter. Well, you've got to make sure they get fined for it by scoring a goal. That's the ultimate penalty. As I said, it scares me seeing it because having kept as a kid, you never want to go outside the 18-yard box just in case something happens. Prospect. that ball going out will be a goal kick. We knew this game was going to be interesting to watch. It's probably a slow burn in terms of the excitement factor. You know something will build. I suppose we've dropped into a bit of a lull in the last couple of minutes. Barry working it forward. From Woodward was trying to get onto that Torelli ball. Some quiet work. Varchos back. Califf even further back. Graham trying to work it forward. Veteran Woodward gets a touch on it. Veteran Woodward. Throw taken quickly. Now it is a chance for Kotoko to work it forward. Worked by Martin. Varchos on the left. Girls working it to his right. Graham. There's a touch off. No charm on that. He's now on the counter. Lopez works it straight to nobody except Giglio, who gets the bouncing ball going his direction. So working the 36th minute of the first half. Gollin will work forward by Martin. Richard Woodward had no support on his right. Now Prospect will have to do it from their own half. Hidros works it to his right to Mikulev. Mikulev now. Heroes back. Finds Graham. Graham across. Kayano works it back to his right. Now it's Graham. Back to Kayano. Over halfway. He bounces. Eventually finding the target in Di Martino, who works it back inside. The header by Gollin. It's still alive here for Prospect. Hidros will play it to himself on the right. Now we need support in behind him here. Does work it back. Scooted across by Mikulev. Pushed away by Macarther. Now it's the Rams on the counter. Richard Woodward will look to go back to his right. Now the touch initially by Di Marino. And the ball from Esposito. He finds Barry. Now the Rams know how important a goal would be for them. Gollin to his right. Ball worked forward by Whittam. It's over halfway. Prospect played down. Now from their own half. They build again. Graham has got support on his right. Decides to go down Main Street. Was headed down initially by Whittam. Now it's Prospect who try to get a foul here. Doesn't go the way of Bajada. Now the ball was scooted across by Vucek. Initially from Di Martino. Drops in position for Barry, who jack-highs it. Now it's Di Marino. Prospects have it quickly. This time it's Graham on the right. See Vucek on the left. It's got possession once again. Varchos was down the middle, but decided to go back to Kayano. Now this is Graham. Graham sends it. Gollin's coming across. He's headed it. Now it has to be played back. Does it Esposito to Barry. By the way, that bench for Macarther, Narayan, the sub-goalkeeper, Spurway, Ishizuka, Saravia, Dunn, and Di Alessandro. They've already used Whittam, who's on the field, and Agamendonos was the player that was subbed off injury early in this game. As now, ball is played across by Di Marino, had no target, had to come back for it. Heroes. Now, Prospect This time it's Macarther. Works it over halfway. The header by Mark. Couldn't control it. To the chagrin of Orlando. Now it's Esposito. It's from Woodward. Realised here. Di Marino. It goes to Green. Green finds Golan. Golan to his right to Widdop. Widdop goes back to Golan. Golan goes to his centre to Barry. Barry now looks and decides to work it to the left. It's Green. It goes back to Barry. Golan short on the right. Now the target on the right side. Ball's worked forward by Widdop. Goes out, touching Prospect. Their bench, nor the sub-goalkeeper, Zanozic, I should say. Imola, Singh, Frame, Luka Dononis, and Morgan. Throw to be taken by the Rams. Martin once again. Lovely work by Di Martino. And now he's got possession again. Prospect building here. The best pass though, which Woodward was able to get to it. Was able to cut Macarther out. Which Woodward off the back of the Golan ball. Now decides to go to his right to Widdop. I should say Green. Now he goes to the right to Widdop. Green playing more centre at the moment. Golan's gone to that left for the meantime. Now it's Torelli who worked it on. Martin tried to squeeze it back inside. Deviates off Prospect. Cayano had to play it out. Will be a corner. So a corner now for the Macarther Rams. Is the opening goal about to go their way? That is the big question. Can they get the opening goal? Here at Blacktown Football Park. Clear night at the moment. Di Marino to take it. Be a left foot in swinger. Tons of players in the 6-yard box. That's the target. Header is pulled wide. Probably didn't quite work. Woodward, you know he's tall timber. It will be a goal kick. You'll have to get to it. Giglio's going to bring the ball back because there's no ball boys. There is no ball boys at all. Hello? We need a ball kid somewhere. Reminder as well. Weekend wrap. Every Sunday evening you'll be able to see it on the Football New South Wales website. The great man Justin Smith is all over it. Knows every little detail you need of League One. Covers the game with absolute knowledge and respect. Does previews as well during the week. Does a great job. Esposito takes the throw. Richard Woodward headed it. Varchos with the foot. And then it's headed again. Coming to the action there. Kotoku. As the ball goes out for a throw. So, under 2 minutes of the end of regulation time in the first half. All played up by Esposito. Richard Woodward's been in the action as Torelli worked it on. Now Lopez, a low ball that is stopped by Giglio. Now it's bowled over to the left. It's worked forward by DiMartino, which can get to it. They're setting up a game. You can see Macarther swatting in. The ball was worked up by DiMartino, but the ball will be called back. It'll be a Macarther possession. League One match of the round. Hope you're doing well on this Friday evening. Maybe you may be watching the big one. Foul now for Macarther, in a good position too. Glorious spot, so to speak. By the way, half-time, Hurstville Zagreb 1, Dulwich Hill 0. Half-time score there, while in the other game, half-time, Fraser Park 4, Nepean 0 in the League 2 game. Ball bounces up. Wasn't quite the best delivery by Di Marino. Now Giglio works it forward. There is also MPL men's action tonight. Sydney FC 0, Manly 0 after 67. Ball comes across. They're looking to clear this away. Macarther did well initially on that witter. Now the ball by Lopez. From Woodward to his left. He won't get to it here. Kotoku now bounces for Orlando. That goes wide of the mark. No score. Could also tell you we've got tons of action over the next couple of weeks with League One. Just keep an eye on the social media for our live match of the rounds. We build closer to the crescendo. It's going to be a great final weekend of the season. We're in injury time. First half of injury time. They bought obviously in League One, so we can't give you exact minutes, but I'd say there's probably a good 10 seconds or something. Golin's got it half time. So no score, but the game is built between Prospect and Macarther. Hope you're enjoying all the action on Football New South Wales on YouTube. This is the Football New South Wales League One match of the rounds. As I said, no score at the moment, but the game is building. I don't think you want to switch off because both sides, they need a win for different reasons. Prospect, it's to stay in this competition. Macarther, it's for a fight to be in the promotion relegation game. Not too far away from the pace, but they need to get the win tonight. So important. So Prospect 0, Macarther Rams 0. Football New South Wales League One match of the round. Trust you well. Nicholas Gutniak with you shortly, the second half. Okay, so halftime stats, 2-2 shots on target, 0-1, offsides 1-1, corners 0-2, fouls 2-2, No yellows or red cards thus far. One change Macarther did make due to an injury to Agamenonos is on, so they've already used one substitute.
Every week, hundreds of thousands of people turn up around football grounds around New South Wales. Parents, kids, refs, coaches and volunteers. Cardiac incidents can happen to anyone at any time on the pitch.
Right now, not every club has a defibrillator.
And the ones that do are not always maintained or ready to use. In a critical moment, with a defib, that could save lives. That's why Football New South Wales, St John Ambulance and Toyota have come together for Every Beat Matters to help clubs around New South Wales to access defibrillators, cover maintenance and build a register so we know exactly where every unit is around the state. All you need to do is buy a ticket through raffle ticks. $5 can make a difference. Every ticket goes towards funding defibrillators and maintenance for clubs that need it most. A live fundraising board shows exactly how much is being raised. And every ticket you buy puts you in the draw to win a Toyota Corolla. One ticket, real impact. Help your club be ready when it matters. So buy your ticket today.
Back at Blacktown Football Park, the halftime score 0-0 between Prospect United and Macarther Rams. How important it is for both sides a win. For Macarther, a win means they keep on fighting for a top 2 spot, or at least second spot. And for Prospect, it's about getting out of the promotion relegation game. Just getting away from the zone is just important. It's about to start the second half. Macarther look hungry. They've got most of their players right on halfway to start. The 2 players in the circle and the rest of them are just running. That was Boykin. Bertram Woodward, he was actually stifled on the run by Vlachos, which I find fascinating what he was trying to do there. But it was like they were getting ready for the 100-metre sprint. Didn't really work, did it? I know what they were trying to aim at doing is now it's Widdop who worked it forward. It was played back by Prospect. Widdop now worked it on. Di Marino plays it to his left. It's played up by Esposito. Now it's turned over. Vlachos has got possession. Vlachos will play it up the line. Fascinating that was. I've seen that in a long, long time. As Vlachos going forward again. Gets a ball on. Nice touch by Lando. Ball is scooted in. And it's saved by keeper Barry. So McAuliffe, I should say, who worked that ball in the first place. Because now it's Prospect once more. On the right. This will be Old Sharp. What's his option? Works it to his left. And the ball bounces and bounces. Goes out for a goal kick. So 0-0 still remains the score. This is the League One match of the round. And as I said, it is building nicely. It is cooking well. How this game plays out will be interesting. I don't think really for both sides a draw will be what they want. They'll probably take it, but probably it's more... I don't even know who wins if it's a draw, you know what I mean? Like, they only go to 19 points, Prospect. But 1 point's better than no points. For Macarther, it would almost probably start getting him away from that fight, so to speak, as Martin shanks it to his right, misses. Live scores, should note, Dulwich Hill are down 2-0 against Hurstville, and that's probably the reason why it's so important for Prospect to win tonight, because they get the W and they go to 21 points Prospect, and they're 2 points away from Dulwich. So it just sets it up nicely. And I think that's the important thing, because Prospect next week, they've got Inter Lions, as it will be a Macarther ball. And Dulwich Hill, they've got Western City Rangers, who haven't been fabulous this season, the old Mount Druitt. Anyway, all continues to build. Home of Blacktown football. Middles heads it away. Throw to be taken by Esposito. Richard Woodward trying to work it back in. Eventually, will be Prospect who are trying to clear here. They need to be quick. There was a shot that, you know, it was taken, but it wasn't probably the best. I think Di Marino will be sizing up more opportunities, though, from distance. He's had a couple of attempts of the game. Here's the build-up. Martin. Woodward was stifled again by Vucek. Vucek in possession is now Lando. Blooms it over to the right. McAuliffe trying to go forward. It has been shut down in turn. Now the Rams trying to hold command. Bertrand Woodward sets up a ball. Torelli, he won't get to this. And the ball will go out for a throw for Prospect United. We mentioned before the Rams did make a change. Agamendonos was injured. Brought in Whittam. It's only the one change thus far in this game. A reminder as well. We have plenty of games coming up. Football New South Wales on YouTube. We'll be able to see all the NPL men's, NPL women's League One match of the round and League One women's match of the round as well as the men. Throw taken by Martin. Punched away by Barry. Well, I should say Giglio, not Barry. Barry's now on the left side, Nick. As now it's Prospects who go forward. And now this will be worked up by Di Martino. It's saved nicely by Barry. Is now the challenge of Martin doesn't look good. Martin's on the ground. A yellow card's about to be given. Yellow card is given to Di Martino. That's his 6th card of the season. On the deck, he's got back up now. Martin, but he was taken awkwardly. Not good. Well, we saw it. So now this will be Golan who goes across. Pressure on Barry. And as I said before, Barry does like to be out of his box. You've got to be mindful, and I think Prospect are alert to it now. Foul goes against United, and it will be a Macarther ball. Di Marino take this one. And he works it into the slot. Saved by Giglio. Giglio stops and then decides to boot it to halfway. Header by Bajada. But it comes back to Barry. And Barry makes the stop. Header by Bajada. McAuliffe back. Ball touches off Macarthur and will be a throw for Prospect United. Barchos worked aboard. That gone allowed Barry. Oh no, this could be Harry Carey, but I suppose Orlando couldn't get control and neither could Bajada get to it. So Barry, I'm telling you now, it's going to happen. Prospect will score a goal because Barry's outside of his box. It will happen tonight. I've just got this feeling. It's making me nervous seeing it every single time. Watch him now. Like he goes over the D. Golan works it forward. You watch Prospect, they'll be onto it now. He's on his D now as we speak here, Barry. Said he does love to be up high, but maybe sometimes that's a little bit too high. On the run now is going to be McAuliffe. McAuliffe, he's going to set it back. Varchos in position. He works it across. Here's a chance. Well, Bajada going to head it back. Ball spirals back in. No control for Prospect. Foul will be given to MacArthur for Torelli being on the deck. Substitute about to be made. Orlando comes off. Now on the field, looks like it's going to be in Singh. Michael Singh will come on. And now it will be Prospect United. They'll have to defend here, MacArthur. Rams, as the ball was played back by Esposito, Di Marino, no good in that situation. Quite worked, did it, that part. So now trying to build prospects, but MacArthur able to hit it down through Martin. It's from Woodward. Now works it on. Martin, can he get to it? Played back by Cayano. Giglio in position. Dunn's on the field too, from MacArthur. Dunn. Now it spins across, but Mitchell Woodward can't get to it. The ball goes out for a Prospect ball. Just went back. Ball played across by Heroes. Now it's Di Martino. Jada back. Now it's MacArthur on the right side. Ball played from Whittam. Now he finds Barry. Still no score. Still 0-0 in what is such an important game for both sides. Ball spins back. Prospect have to clear. Ball will go back to the left to DiMartino. Now Vlachos played it down. It's been won. Di Marino has got it. And now he's giving it to Vlachos, who finds Bajada. Bajada decides to get a ball on. Now, here's Vlachos. Take a shot. Yes, save made. Barry makes the save, but guess what? They probably could have pulled the trigger a little bit early because Barry was out of his box. Well, at least forward. Fascinating now what happens. So Prospect looking for the opening goal of the contest. Touched off Macarther. It will be a corner. No charm to take this. Horncham knowing how important this one is for each side. Out swing up. Shot was blocked. DiMartino, though, getting involved in the action. So will be a throw on this side of the ground. To be taken by DiMartino, the throw. Looking at his options, decides to go back. Here's Vucek. Vucek, touch on Bahiros. Now comes back to Cayano. Goes to his right to Graham. And now the ball is circulated on. It was a touch by Singh, but ball goes out for a goal kick. So foul call to Macarthur. About 15 yards inside halfway. Di Marino. It'll be a left foot drive. Gollins bouncing himself in position. Veteran Woodward heads it to Gollin. Gollin can't get a touch. Flag is up for offside. So the offside flag was up. All interesting what happens here in the next couple of minutes. I honestly don't know who the better of the two teams are. Both sides are creating. So the 64th minute of this game. Now it will be Cayano who heads it forward. Touches off last, Macarther. Ball was worked wide of the mark. So happy enjoying match of the round action tonight. Throw in to be taken by Martin. Into the edge of the 6-yard box. Marino, and then the header on initially by Green, doesn't quite work. And now on the run, who's Singh for Prospects. This is in Elcham. It's been dispossessed and Macarther have got it. Foul will be called to the Rams. Bounces up, stopped by Giglio, who bowls it over to the left. Ooh, that challenge wasn't great by Widdop on S. That time it was Bajada who was taken. So now this will be Di Martino, who slices it across. Bajada was told not to touch it, and it was a little bit too much for Singh. So now the ball has worked over halfway. Back inside, that was interesting by Vucek. Is now Bertram Woodward has got it. Looks across the face, the header over the top. Oh boy, Lopez was close, not to be. Going the way of the Rams. Change being made. Off the pitch is Lopez. Done switching sides, I should note too, for the Rams. On the pitch is Saravia. Now Gollin goes back to Barry. Barry, what's his option? Decides to go wide to the left. Macarther looking to get a goal at some stage in this second half. They need the 3 points today. Varchos was taken down. This will be a card. This will be a card to Di Marino, I think you'll find. It was always going to be called, I thought. Now Prospect have a chance to build one here. Ball is booted towards the edge of the 6-yard box. The header up for Barry to save. So now Macarther on the counter. Bertram Woodward heads it down. Martin won't get to it. Well, he tried his best, I'll tell you what. Di Martino was able to stifle it out. That has gone end to end. Golan made a meal of that. Tell you what, they're still alive here. Oldsham worked it across. Oldsham again has possession. Macarthur. Now this will be Di Marino. Ball is played back. Worried that there's going to be a goal soon from Prospect. Macarthur fans going to be mindful. I just think there's a chance in the works. The ball was stopped by Giglio. No foul called. Golan tried to hold command, couldn't. Now Elsham, the ball spins back to the right. Prospect on a build here. Ball goes to the left. This will be in possession now for Di Martino. Can he back it across? Decides now to Vlachos. Vlachos works it across. Header! Not to be, but I tell you what, Bajada got himself in a decent position. So Macarthur now on the halfway mark. It is Golan and works it to his left. Control wasn't quite there initially. On the pitch at the moment in Ishizuka. Gives away the foul, Ishizuka. Woodward taken down without the ball too. Gives away the foul, Vucic. Sits up. Save made by Giglio, but Di Marino again, probably tame on that. Now it comes to the right side. Koyotoku, you know what he can do defensively. Game today, very impressed with him. There's now Vlachos, what can he offer up here? Trying to hold position, couldn't. Now it's Macarthur, who now build. That's from Woodward. Was work back for Prospect. Coming to halfway, won't get to it. Di Martino. And now it's played up by Koyotoku. And now this is in favour of Widdop. Bounce off Prospect, and now, challenge on Koyotoku. He's on the ground still. Now Macarthur. Ball is sent along to Martin. Martin has it well. He's taken down without the ball. Had to be a penalty. It had to be a penalty. There is no other answer to that question. He's blowing up like an old bubble valve. Di Martino. He's having a chat to the referee, but it was a clear penalty. Nagy gets it absolutely correct in his ruling. Now Macarthur have got a chance to make it 1-0. Beltram Woodward. This season, he has gone 7 goals. Giglio awaits him. Beltram Woodward. They have to take this one. Breathes. Whistle blown. Giglio bounces around. Beltram Woodward stops and then moves in with the goal. Well, Giglio's trying to have a chat to the referee saying, oh, come on. He stopped. How can you call that fair game? But referee said, no, it's fine. Giglio having a word now. Prospect back at halfway. Macarther still celebrating. They wanted to go Prospect. Referee's like, no, you can't. They've got to go back to halfway. But yeah, this is all fascinating. You watch now Prospect build up here. I reckon they'll get a goal in retaliation almost straight away. I reckon this will just kick him in the gear. Prospect now building down the left. Trying to get onto the end of it was Singh. He's trying to win the ball, but he can't. Macarther now. A touch on by Beltram Woodward. Ball goes up the halfway. Can't control it, Vulchek. Now Macarther again, looking for a second. Beltram Woodward has got possession once more. He sends it along to McAuliffe. I should say Martin, rather. Martin works it back inside. Ball bounces up, and now this is in. Giglio's got possession. So it will be, again, Prospects. Over halfway. Prospect know that they need to get a win here, but it looks like Macarther might be going for a second. Beltram Woodward! It's been pushed in! Beltram Woodward has got a double. He says, that's tops. And Macarther have made it 2 in the last 2.5. And Prospect are now in a whole lot of Barney rubble, Roy. Oh, by the Larry Dooley. That could be the better blow. Knowing that around the grounds, Hurstville Zagreb lead 2-1 against Dully Hill. Now, if Dulwich Hill end up getting a draw or win out of that game, it could really affect Prospect. We're working the 79th. Gollan's got possession. Boots it a halfway. Saravia. Now Prospect. Trying on the attack. Rose works it and punched away by Barry. Second effort was not great. The score 2-0 in the favour of the Rams. Just got the feeling, look, I always say 2-0, dangerous lead in football and that, but I honestly think at the moment that they're just too good. They're a different level, Macarther. It's been a good season. As I said, they still want to well and truly be able to take that spot promotion relegation game, but as I said, they need to get wins at a premium. That is what they need. Action around, always covered. Every week. We take you some of the great grounds in League One. Here come Golan with the header down. Again, this will be Kaitoku who works it across. The touch initially. Woodward's done some work today. Is now Martin taken in the box again. But this time, foul goes the way of Prospect. Prospect will get the foul on this occasion. Macarthur again. This time dispossesses Suravia. Macarthur again, looking for something. Martin's on the run. It was headed down by McAuliffe. As now, Martin trying to get to it, couldn't. The ball scoots back. Won't be able to get to it, but it will be a throw towards the boys in whites. Macarthur. Rams look set to take the 3 points here. So now this will be Giglio. Works it up to halfway. Prospect with the ball through Hiros, but there's nobody on a run on that far side of the ground. Goes back to Barry. Barry picks it up. Tell you what, if you are Macarthur, you'll be jumping up and down with this. Very important result. The draw last week was huge against Bankstown. Just of how Bankstown put everything including the kitchen sink to get a good side out there. Not quite combined yet. And Soravia trying to work it forward. Ball comes back to Martin. Golan will have to come back. Bajada got a header initially. Golan lobbed it. Bajada's on the ground. Martin tries to get to it for Macarthur. He plays it out for a throw on the near side of the ground. So Martin once more. Throw it taken. Prospect trying to work it through Vlachos. Bajada. And now it's Prospect once more. In their own half, trying to dart the ball forward. It was a good touch initially by Vucek. And now it comes back to Green. Green works it upfield. Ball's played out. With a Macarthur play on the ground. Marino on the ground as we speak. Prospect are making changes. So off the field is McAuliffe and Bajana by the looks of it. So new players on the ground. Luka Dunos is on. And Sinozic is on as well. Throw will be taken for Prospect. So now Soravia tries to get to it. He does play it out. Prospect will have the throw. Time ticking away. As I said, how important it would be for them to get the win now. If they can just get a draw, that's just as important, but I think it's too late at 2-0. By the way, Dulwich Hill had a red card. They're 4 minutes into injury time. It's 2-1 to Hurstville Zagreb. To get an important win for them, while Fraser Park went at half-time against the Peen in League 2. It's 4-0. Ended up, I'll get to that in a second, 5-4. And they're in the 5th minute injury time. Fraser Park lead the Peen 5-4. 5-4? Crazy. Martin works it on. There's a touch-up by Dunn. And now Dunn gets another ball on. To go wide that time, Soravia. Now it's Prospect on the counter. This time it's Morgan who's on the field too. Ball was played on by Luka Danonis. Now it's Morgan, and it's headed back by Macarthur's Green. Oh, that's amazing, that game. 5-4, it ended up Fraser Park defeating Nepean. And the NPL men's full-time between Sydney FC and Manly, no score. For those who are just wanting to find out what's happening tonight in Football New South Wales action. By the way, Hurstville Zagreb, another goal to make it 3-1. 5th minute of injury time in that contest. While here, we're in the 89th minute. 89 minutes into a game that's going to see Prospect fall into a very bad situation, because if Western City can get some wins together, the Rangers could end up ahead of Prospect and get away from that straight relegation and into the promotion relegation game. But yeah, I think Prospect didn't want to be in the relegation zone, and they were trying to get themselves away from the promotion relegation game. Now they're well and surely in a situation where they could have a straight drop situation, which would be no good, considering all the work this side did to make it into League One. Team that spent time in League Two for a long time. From William Lawson. Games at both Hightown Football Park and the athletic track just across the road. Prospect needs something here. Can they pull it out of the fire? Ball goes back. It's low. Brachada nails it. So he gets one back. His first goal of the season. Now it will be Macarthur. Golan works it to the left and probably shanks it too much. Maybe this game has got another twist in the tail. maybe this game might see something in the bizarro world. We're in injury time as we speak, and Prospect need one to level things up at the very least. Look at Dononis. At the end, the ball's played away. Look at Donos, I should say. Going to be key in these last couple of minutes. So Sinozic played it back. Ball goes out. I think it's about to be time. I think Macarthur's going to end up with the 3 points. But this game has been made interesting late in the piece. Macarther just played away. Now this will be booted by Giglio. Prospect want a level up. At the very least, a level up. But the foul's been called to Macarther. A big win it will be for the Macarther Rams. It will be a big win for the Macarther Rams. Prospect, though, might have one more chance. Throw taken quickly. Frame was trying to win possession, he couldn't. Doesn't have the tall timber, he was trying to get the header. Now, Prospect, they're just going to boot this to high heaven, you'd imagine. Bajada won't get to it. Morgan played it back inside. Comes back, Bertrand Woodward wants to clear. He just has a stab and works it wide of the mark. Come back to this left side for Prospect. We've probably got about 40 seconds. We're in the 4th minute of injury time. Kayano works it across. Ball is spun wide by Sinozic. Now it's Prospect who are looking for a level up. Kayano has it, and he works it to the right. Macarther just need to boot it. Headed down. It was a touch by Singh. It was spinning around and eventually goes out. The whistle will blow shortly. About to hit the 5th minute. We're not sure exactly what's on injury time. It might be another minute. I think it is. Prospect now. The ball into the 6-yard box. There was a head. Luca Dunos tried his best and the whistle blows full time. Macarther win. Again, they'll say, shouldn't have come this close late in the piece. 2-1. Those goals, Richard Woodward, 2, a penalty goal and 1 in general play. Then the scored by Bajana for the boys from Prospects. Full time. 2-1. Macarther are too good for Prospect. As I said, there was a game tonight, and it was Hurstville Zagreb defeating Dulwich Hill 3-1. Matches this weekend. The 5 p.m. is on Saturday. Canterbury Bankstown and Blacktown Spartans, Hills and Harcoa, Inter Lions and Rydalmere, Western City Rangers and Newcastle at 6 p.m. Bulls Academy and Bankstown City at 7 p.m. on Saturday. The Sunday games, Central Coast Mariners and Northern Tigers at Plume Park. But full time. This one, it was Macarthur's way. Should note, in the game between Fraser Park and Nepean in League 2, 5-4, Fraser Park winning. And in NPL tonight, Sydney FC 0, Manly 0. Nicholas Kutniak signing off. The League One match of the round. We'll catch you soon on the football pitch near you. Bye for now.